Good morning. If you want to see how we built these two nice wooden trash cans with a top lid, flush mounted doors, decorative steel, flared legs, we built a painted version and an oak version. If you want to see all that, stay tuned because that's what we're going to do today. Well, welcome to another Memphis Monday 346. Today we're going to try to finish the trash cans. We're gonna go over some pretty good takeaways today. We're going to use some corrugated nails. I don't know if you've ever fiddled with those. We've got hidden hinges. We're going to finish our two trash cans. One's going to be painted, one's going to be stained. And what else we got? We're going to use piano hinges. And you're going to be doing some decorative steel. So all that stuff is coming up next. So let's knock off that chit chat, get our coffee, and get to work. Here are the trash bins we're going to finish. They have this this lid. It's going to go up there, and that will be connected with a piano hinge. We have a decorative door here. This particular one's going to be painted hunter green. It's got flared legs. Here's a general sketch of what they're going to look like. Let's take a look at the decorative doors here. We're going to go through how to make these doors step by step, but just in summary, the outer frame is held together with pocket screws. Then there's a rabbet, quarter-inch rabbet, a quarter-inch deep and 3/4 inch wide all the way around. Then the cross braces here are joined by a lap joint in the center, and then we use corrugated nails in these joints to hold this in. And then finally the decorative steel is inserted just like this. First step in the process is to connect this frame together with the pocket screws. You notice I got clamps here. That's very important when you're using the pocket screws, that you clamp everything together. In factories, when they use pocket holes, they have big jigs that hold the whole thing together. Now I'm cleaning up the rabbets. You can continue your rabbets on your router or your stacked dado head cutter, or whatever you're using, and just carry this dado all the way to the end. And I do that all the time, but it's not really professional. It's not really the way you're supposed to do it. This is the way you're supposed to do it. You bring that rabbet up short, and then you just square off the corner with a chisel. But if you do it the other way, no one will notice. What it'll do is it'll leave a little gap right here at the end. And I think I've shown you before, you can actually fill that gap in with a with a little piece of scrap, but thought I'd show you the right way for a change. Okay, we're installing our window parts. We have these fake cross members in a window. I didn't know what they were called. I looked it up. They're called Muntin, M-U-N-T-I-N, and they're the fake dividers that you put over glass that makes it look like it's various different panes. And then you can have a whole bunch of Muntins together, and that's called a grill. But also the cross members that separate real glass, they're called a grill. And then to make things even more confusing, there's another thing called a mullen, and those are the wide vertical pieces of the sash that divide up two windows. So we're just going to call this a grill, even though Muntin, I think, is the correct word, but I've never heard it before. And I didn't just get off the cabbage truck. So what we're going to do here, I've already measured these grill pieces. They are thickness planed down to the thickness, which is a 1/2 inch here. We got a 1/4 inch rabbet, which makes the inside here 1/2 inch. What we're going to do is we're going to put in a lap joint right here in the center. So how we do that is we'll just lay our pieces out here and mark where we want our lap, and we'll cut it on the table saw. Well, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the grill pieces in with corrugated nails. Everybody's seen these, but they're those little curly nails that this is a practice piece here. Just for the fun of it, I cut up some scrap here and we're going to make us a picture frame. This is the gun you use to put them in with. This is pretty close to the last thing you buy, if you have everything. So you can see, just a minute, we can make this nice little picture frame. And those are called corrugated nails. Now you may wonder why I go to all the trouble of goofing around with this thing. Well, it seems like you just point the gun down and shoot, but it takes a little bit of skill and practice, or it'll split the wood and everything else. Of course, this was plywood, so it didn't split. But okay, first thing I do, I got this nice lap joint here. I'm going to hold that together with glue. Now I'm going to put corrugated nails in the ends of these boards. Let me get a close-up so you can see if it splits. Okay, here we go. All bets are off. If I screw it up, this board right here will split, and we'll be backing up. So you can see the danger. See that split? I don't think it went through to the other side, so I think we're okay. But you gotta be real careful with it. Is cut the decorative steel. This is a little project we had last year where we restored this entry cabinet, and this is the decorative steel here. You find this in pie safes and that kind of stuff, and they sell it by the sheet. It comes in all kinds of different patterns. Here's a pattern here, and here's another one, and I got a pretty good supply of it here. This is the style we're going to use, and the beauty of this stuff is if you place it in your opening, kind of square it on the factory edge, then the various cross hatchings, you can cut straight lines by just following the patterns. I have an electric sheet metal cutter, but just as easy to do it by hand. I got it all cut out. The factory edge in first, and then it just slips down. Now I cut it exactly the size. I didn't have to. Because I have a 3/4 inch lip all the way around. But don't, when I say the finishing process, I mean we're going to put paint on this one and stain on the other one, and we're not going to do the final assembly. We're not going to do the final assembly until we get all the finish on there. So we got 2 more processes to do. We got to do the finishing and then the final assembly. So stand by. Well, I got everything stained and primed. The prime pieces I'm going to paint hunter green, which is this color here, once the primer dries. Here are the cases. Used English chestnut over there, and that is kills 3 primer. Here's the hardware we're going to put on tomorrow. These are the hidden hinges, and over there are the piano hinges. Here are the various finishes I'm using. This is English chestnut. We put this on the oak. And I'll be finishing the English chestnut with polyurethane. On the painted version, using this Kills 3 heavy duty sealer and stain blocker, and we'll be finishing it with this hunter green paint. I've always had real good luck with Rust-Oleum. Well, I got the finish on our trash cans. Now let's install the doors and hardware. I'm installing the top lid with a piano hinge. That way the thing can rock back and be out of the way. And a piano hinge is really just like a regular door hinge, except it's just longer, has more bolt holes in it. I went with this stainless steel, high dollar version. I got the other one on too. Okay, now let's finish the doors we need to put on here. Well, this we already cut this decorative steel out, and we got a 3/4 inch gap all the way around on the rabbet. And I'm going to be sticking this in place using these real small staples. But you could use anything. You could use screws or whatever you want. It doesn't take much. You just want to hold it in place. Okay, this is our prototype door. I just want to show you how these things are mounted. You drill these two 135 millimeter holes, 3/16 inch from the edge, and then these fit in there like that. Now I know where the holes go. That's another question, but I don't want to mess this up. So the door's going in there just like that. So I need those holes on the other side here. And I don't want to space out and put them in the wrong side, like maybe put them on the other side over here. So those holes are going to go right over here. that hole, of course, has to be exactly the right size and the right depth. And you can get one of these little gauges. And if the gauge fits exactly in the hole, you know you got it right. Now I just reach in here and attach the inner. It's probably be easier if this thing's on the ground. Well, there's that door. See, regular hinges won't work on these, obviously, because they're inset, they're flush. And so these kind of lift the door straight out when you open it, and gives it room to swing around. Okay, let me put the door on the other one and we'll be done. Well, that does it for Memphis Monday 346. We finished these 2 trash cans. They got the lid that folds back. Door opens up, it's self-closing. Trash can liner fits right in here. So you can take it out. It all opens up here. It's got flush mounted doors and splayed angled legs. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied. The painted one is built exactly the same way. We've got the decorative steel, and I think it all turned out pretty good. Well, that does it for another Memphis Monday 346. Today we finished our 2 wooden trash cans. One of them we painted hunter green and the other one we left oak. We stained the oak with a color called English chestnut. It's got flush mounted doors, splayed legs. They're both built to last forever. Okay, so like, favorite, and share, and all the stuff you do on the internet. But most important, make sure you're back here next week for another exciting Memphis Monday. Thanks for playing along.